We're at a motel in Nowra. We've come down to go to a wedding. The wedding is Kim and Adams. The weather's not real good, it's a bit cold and blowy. I just hope it doesn't rain. This is a place called Pigeon House Mountain. We've just stopped in the car park. We're about to go for a walk up the top of the mountain. It says there 4 hours return. Not a bad sort of a day. At least it's not raining. It's a pretty steep walk. Jesus. This is one hell of a steep climb. Oh crap. Whew. I hope that's the top up there. No, we're not at the top yet. I don't know, I think it's 5 kilometres to the top. We've only done about 2.5 k's. We're only halfway up yet. Gee, it'd be a good view from up the top. Down, a long way down. Well, that looks like it. About another 2 k's to go. Well, this climb's as hard as the one we did at Halls Creek, and that was the hardest one we'd ever done. This is a good one. Now we're really getting serious. That's the top of the hill, the top of the rock. I don't even know if we can get up that far. Alright. Yeah. That's Saladala over there, probably about 20 odd k's away. And that's looking back up towards Nowra. That's out over the ocean. And now I've got to go back down. They put all these ladders up here, but they've done a good job of it. It's a nice little spot we found just down below Pigeon House Mountain on the Clyde River. Little camping area. A couple of diving boards over there and a water hole. It's a little camping area on the edge of the Clyde River. That's the Clyde River down there. Another little camping area by the river. Nice little river up in the mountains somewhere. Pretty good swimming hole. Jump straight off the bridge into that water, and that water's about 10 foot deep. We're on a road that leads. Yeah, we're on the road that leads from, it comes from near Bateman's Bay and follows the river right along, back up into the hills. We're just following that along. Goes right along the edge of the river. Got a bit of a causeway to go across. Another causeway. A big one, this one. Wash the car there. We're at a little place called Huskinson. It's just south of Nowra in Jervis Bay. A beautiful little spot. That's the Jervis Bay out there. That's heads out there. And the naval base just over there behind the trees. We've come down to have a meal in the pub there. Yeah, in there. That we eat out in the beer garden overlooks the water. Well, it's Monday morning. We're just about to leave Canberra and head for home. Nowra, I should say. We've been here for 4 days and had a look around. Not a bad place. There's 2 ducks living around the pool. Well, we left Nowra this morning about 7 o'clock, and we drove up through Kangaroo Valley and thought it was such a nice day we got out to the freeway and thought, oh no, we won't turn left to go home. We'll turn, well actually we won't turn right to go home, we'll turn left. And go down and have a look around, down around Wagga and that. We drove down as far as Yass and turned off. And we're at Cootamundra now. It's an absolutely beautiful day. We're going to have a look around Cootamundra and then go on down to Wagga and across. We might have a look at Griffith and around that area. That's a house where Don Bradman was born, Cootamundra. We just left Cootamundra. We had a bit of a look around. Next stop's Junee, 50 kilometres down the road, and then Wagga's about another 50 kilometres further on. This is Junee, just coming into Junee. This is just going out of Junee. Road's a bit rough. Yeah, this is just out of Junee. Heading towards Wagga. Another 40 kilometres. Into Wagga. We're in a park at Wagga. We just had our lunch. The park where we just had lunch. It's a main street. Wagga Wagga Beach. Bay between flags. This I gotta say. This is what they call a beach. You even have to bathe between the flags. They've even got a lifeguard. This bridge at Wagga Wagga, I'd say is the same sort of bridge as the one at Morpeth. This one's probably in a bit better condition than the one at Morpeth. But what they've done, I'd say there's a preservation order on it. So what they've done is just closed it off and built another bridge. I wonder if they have enough brains up our way to think of something like that. That's the Murrumbidgee River. Pretty hot here, it's about 34, 35 degrees. There's no wind though. This is on a lookout overlooking East Wagga. I think it's East Wagga. That's only a small part of it. The biggest part's on the other side of this hill. These people must be all garden freaks out here. There's just not one garden that's a bit out of place, got a blade of grass out of place. They're all absolutely perfect. I've never seen a town like this. They must all have professional gardeners or something. That's Lake Albert. It's a big lake right in the middle of town. A lot of people fishing in it too, skiing. Let's just go around the other side of the lake. Looks like this is where they do all their skiing from. This is Main Street of Narrandera. We left Wagga about 5 o'clock this morning. We're just going through Narrandera on our way to Griffith. About another 100 kilometres. This is Leeton. We're in the fruit areas around Leeton, all oranges and grapes. This is all Riverina canal country. The floodgates where they regulate the water flow. All the orange trees. Stand on the lookout up above Griffith. That's part of the town down there. The rest of it's around the corner. Can't see. It's blowing a howling gale up here. That's overlooking all the farms, fruit trees, grapevines. Now, this is a place called Hermit's Cave. Must have been a hermit used to live in there or something. It's just down below the lookout. That's his cave in behind that bush there. It looks like this must have been his garden. Built a bit of a rock wall around the front of the cave. Oh yeah, that was his kitchen. It's got a sign up on the wall, the kitchen. Ah yeah, and that's where he lived in under there. Good spot. Just looking out of his window. Another little area going up into there. He must have gone to a lot of trouble because he's placed all bricks and everything around and rocks. That's his cave just into the left of those bushes there. The information centre at Griffith. We just stopped to get some oranges at a little roadside place. All the orange trees, they all look like they're all ready to be picked. Little canals that run around everywhere. We left Griffith and we're heading towards Lake Chiligo, I think. It's sort of north of Griffith, a couple 100 kilometres. we left to go to a wedding in Nowra, and we've ended up in the middle of New South Wales. We never know where we're going to end up. Yeah, we're in the centre of Australia, and the roads out here are absolutely perfect. And there's hardly no traffic using them. Be lucky if they see 2 or 3 cars a day. I think I said centre of Australia, I meant centre of New South Wales. It doesn't matter, the roads in the centre of Australia are just as good. Must have had rain out here, it's nice and green, there's plenty of cattle around. Dams are all full. That paddock's just freshly been ploughed by the look of it. We're getting up into the wheat country now. Wheat silos over there. Lake Gilligo. This is a lot like the country out around Lightning Ridge and Wagga. Well, there you go. There's actually a lake in the middle of in New South Wales. This is probably a bit more what you'd expect out here. We've left Lake Gilligo and we're heading for Cootamundra. There was a seal road went to Cootamundra, but this one's supposed to follow the river, so I thought, oh, we'll take this one to have a look. There's a farmer over there ploughing his paddock. We want to have a dust-proof air-conditioned cabin on them tractors. It's fairly green out around here. The lady back at Lake Gilligo said that they had 4 inches of rain over Christmas. Looks like they got all the cattle in the bales ready to be shipped out. Looks like they must have had a fair bit of rain here because that's a fence on the side of a hill. The water's been going through there, the grass is all built up on it. And that's only on the side of a hill. Must have had a fair bit of rain to get enough runoff to do that. There's just a little river that runs alongside the road. I don't know what name it is. It could be the Murrumbidgee or something, I don't know. Still got a bit of rain in it. I think this is the Lachlan. The Murrumbidgee runs through Wagga. Yeah, this would be the Lachlan. It's a monument along the road. Explorers Oxley and Evans camped here when they were exploring western New South Wales. We're out in the middle of nowhere and there's a grader grading the road. I don't know why, because the road wasn't too bad anyway. I've still been sitting on 120. Really all he's doing is stirring up the dust. Can't see for about 10 miles behind you after you go through with the dust. Got a bit of a river crossing. Just coming into Cootamundra. Nice little main street too, Cootamundra. This is the main street of Parks. Just coming out of Parks, that looks like the radio telescope way over in the distance. Big, that telescope. Jesus, big. Big as a football field. We just watched a video about it. You can't go through the telescope itself. It's an open cut gold mine at Peak Hill. That's Peak Hill down there. It's halfway between Parks and Dubbo. This is looking at it from a lower platform. Apparently they pick it up down the bottom in the open cut and take it up and put it in stacks up the top. They're stacks, they're all covered up with something, and then they process it and get the gold out of it. That's what it started off as, a handmade hole in the ground. They used to use horses to bring it up out of the open cut. Those walls look so smooth, they look like they've been cut with a bread knife. No, the sun is just coming up. Just up on the hill outside of Dubbo. Up and down. It's only about 6 o'clock in the morning. I get up early and have a look around before the traffic. I'm going to have a look at the military museum at Dubbo. This is a place called Chinchilla Gardens, just outside of Dubbo. A good place to hold a function. Yeah, it'd be a great spot for a wedding or functions or anything. This is underneath up the observation deck up the top where all the chairs are. Yeah, this I think it's just a private thing where some fellas decided to make these gardens and built that building and that. It's only been here about 12 months or so. By geez, it'll be good in a few years' time. He's working on it and extending it all the time. Yeah, we found out about those gardens, chinchilla gardens. They started in 1991, and that's what the land was like before it was built, just scrub. Well, that's the last of Dubbo. We're on our way to either Wellington or Mendora, I'm not sure. We're home again, and the dog's going mad.